Y'all hear me? Y'all want me to do it over? You couldn't hear me the first time?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. First of all, I know our guys came to fight. We had a good week of practice. We didn't capitalize in the first half. 4th and 1 hurt us not capitalizing on that. We knew we had to score points. I thought our defense was hanging in there pretty tough for the first half, the first quarter anyway. And in the second quarter, we let them have a big run on 3rd down. We was in a rush front, and they beat us. They had a good call. Give him credit. It was a good call on his part. Our guys came in at halftime. We were going to fight. But you know what? We just didn't make the plays we were supposed to. We didn't protect. I didn't think we won a lot of scrimmage. We jumped out of our gaps in the run discipline. We ran the ball for 77. They ran for 266. I think that's the story of the game.
Yeah, Ed, on the run game, did you feel like you guys abandoned it too early? Or was it just not getting the success that you wanted and you had to try something else?
Yeah, I just think we got behind on the change, Mike. I think that we didn't have the success, the big runs, and we just got behind on the change a little bit. We tried to throw the football, and plus we got behind. And the first quarter, we were just taking our time, wanted to keep the ball away from them. I thought we did a good job of that, but then we couldn't capitalize when we needed to.
Hey, Coach, Brooke Kirchhoff for Channel 4 in New Orleans. I know disappointing after a loss, but maybe one of the bright spots was Damone Clark. I mean, he was all over the field tonight. Can you just speak to his performance?
Yes, thank you for noticing that. I think he's playing like All-American. I'm so proud of Damone. He's all over the field making tackles. He's a tremendous leader. He's having a fantastic year, and we're very proud of him.
Coach, Scooter Hobbs in Lake Charles. As frustrating as today was, does it at all make you question the decision to coach out the rest of the season?
Never. Not even a thought.
And Wilson Alexander from The Advocate, you mentioned needing to keep the ball away from Ole Miss a little bit and capitalize on some opportunities there. Is that kind of why y'all went for it twice on 4th down there at the goal line in the first or second quarter?
Yeah, once when you had to score points. You play this team just like last year. Last year we went to our 4th down. It paid off for us. We knew we had to score points to beat this team. So anytime we had an opportunity to score the most points, we did. That's why we went for it on 4th down. That's why we went for the field goal. We thought we could make it and get some points on the board.
Hey, Coach, this is Glenn West here. I mean, after that, that second drive, what do you think just kind of, I guess, went wrong with the offense over those next 5 or 6 series? I think you guys were only able to get around 30 or 35 yards total on that little stretch there.
Yeah. First of all, they had too much pressure on the quarterback. And then we had some miscues. We had a couple of misassignments that gave the quarterback fumbled the ball. It was a big deal. We couldn't run the ball like we wanted to, and we couldn't get the ball downfield. I mean, the protection wasn't good enough for us to get the ball downfield.
Hey, Ed, do you feel like the team played freer today like you wanted them to, and was today just the lack of execution that really gave you problems?
Can you say that again, Adam?
Yeah. Do you feel like the team played as free as you thought they would going into the week, and was today just about a lack of execution?
I think that's a good point. I told the team in that, we didn't execute when we needed to execute, but I thought they came ready to play. Man, we had a great mindset. There was a lot of energy this morning. We had a great week. We just didn't execute. I think that's a good point. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, Leah Vance from The Advocate. I wanted to know if you could speak specifically to what has contributed to Damone Clark's progression this year.
I really think it's hard work, dedication. He identified some things that he needed to get better at. One was open field tackling. He's gotten a lot better at that. 2 was his pass coverage. He's gotten a lot better at that. He's worked on his flexibility. He's worked on himself. The guy is 110% into football. He's always around the office. He's always watching film. He's just a great Tiger, man. I can't say enough good things about him.
Yeah, hey, Coach. We got to see Garrett, a little bit there in the 4th quarter, lead a couple scoring drives. Just what did you like from him and from his play there in the 4th quarter?
I thought he gave us a little spark, and then Garrett's like that. Garrett's a high energy guy. He went out there and gave us a little spark. We got to look at it. I'm not saying that Max was doing poorly. I think he didn't have enough time. We just want to give Garrett a chance. We needed a little change of pace on offense, and we got it. Any more questions? All right, thank you, guys. Go Tigers.
Liam, can you do a mic test to make sure we can hear you?
Yeah, am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Thank you.
Hey, Liam. It seemed like y'all had a good grasp on this game early on, really through the second quarter or so. What do you think kind of shifted for y'all on offense after having success on the first few drives?
Yeah, I mean, that how we started the game was kind of what our game plan was, to try to control the tempo a little bit. Get the ground game going, and we started out strong with that. But obviously we weren't able to execute after really too much after that. They started kind of bringing a little more pressures and whatnot, all stuff that we had kind of anticipated them doing. But we just didn't execute what we had to, and kind of stalled out there after those first couple drives.
Hey, Liam, so much was made this week about how y'all were going to play. Was it going to be freer? Was it going to be looser? Was it going to be like last week? Do you feel like you all, had a good week of practice and went into this, with the chance to be successful and not, carrying all that baggage?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought we had a good week of practice. So, obviously this is still disappointing sitting here after how the game just went. But, I mean, regardless of what you're alluding to with Coach Joe and whatnot, playing free, it wasn't really too different, I felt like. So.
I know it's on the defensive side, but just Damone Clark finished with like 20 tackles and 2.5 tackles for loss and a sack. Just what have you seen from him over the last 2 years of his progression as one of your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, Damone's a hell of a player. I've known that since the first day I got here. He's a great leader for us. See him come out there and play with the effort that he does. It has a performance he does. It's disappointing. Coming into this game, we knew we were going to have to score points. They're a good team. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. So, it's disappointing. Feel bad, but just got to move on.
Hey, Liam, it's Glenn West here. Was there anything that Ole Miss was doing on defense that was kind of just throwing you guys off there after those first two drives? I mean, just what do you think kind of went into some of the struggles there in the middle of the game?
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of said earlier, they started to blitz a little bit more. But it was all stuff that we kind of anticipated them doing. It was all looks that we had seen. We didn't execute. It felt like some kind of a recurring theme from earlier in the year. It's just we were right there. We just couldn't make the plays though. So I'll have to go look at the film and kind of see what exactly went wrong and where. But they didn't really do much that we didn't expect them, or we expected them to do. Kind of what they did, and we weren't able to execute.
Liam, you guys have obviously had some ups and downs. Last week was a great moment. This week, disappointment. How do you find your motivation for these last 4 games? You got an open date. You got 4 games to finish in November. How do y'all find that motivation to try to finish strong?
Me personally, I don't really find a struggle with motivation. Every day that I'm here, I'm going to work as hard as I can and do everything I can, to try to do the best that I can. It's something we as a team, like we've been working pretty much every day. It feels like for this season, dating back to right after the Ole Miss game, the end of the season last year. So we put so much time and effort into this. I don't see how there could be a lack of motivation and whatnot, just because how much we've all invested. So.
Hey, Lee, I'm sorry if you already answered this, but I just walked back in. The 4th down call, Coach said, felt like it was going to be a shootout and you needed some points. As a player, in that situation, it's easy to make a decision in hindsight, but what are your thoughts on going for it there when you got close?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I saw we were going for it, I was fired up. We knew that we needed, coming to this game, we knew we were going to have to score points and be aggressive. So, it feels good to have the confidence of Coach O in our offense. It just sucks to let it down. You know what I mean? And then after that, we just felt like it kind of stalled out a little bit after that. So.
All right, that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Damone will be up next, so y'all can start with questions in the chat for him.
I did. You did. Okay.
Hey, Damone, it seemed like for a while y'all were able to defend Ole Miss's offense, which is pretty explosive and efficient. What happened to allow them to really start to pick up pace and have some pretty big gains against y'all? Was it eye violators like y'all talked about this week, or something else?
And we just had to execute the call that Coach Jones was making. You know, we was doing a good job at first, but I mean, like I said, I mean, each time I do interviews, we just got to finish. You know, and that's the biggest thing that we have to do. I just keep finishing, and whatever defense is called, we just got to execute it.
Hey, Damone. You know, I think motivation is something that, you know, we've been throwing around lately, but just seeing the way you played today and, you know, how good of a game you had despite, you know, the outcome, just what is it that's, you know, keeping you going, you know, throughout this season and through some of this adversity y'all are facing?
The biggest thing that's keeping me going throughout the season is my daughter. I have a 1-year-old daughter. You know, I don't want nobody else to, you know, put food on the table for. I want to be the one that put the food on the table for. You know, it just hit different when you have a daughter. You know, you got more to fight for, but also just my teammates. You know, we go out there each week, you know, and just compete with one another. You know, each practice we go out there. You know, it's not another group of guys that I'd rather go out there with, but I mean, it's just like I said, my daughter and my teammates.
Hi, Damone. I just wanted to know, I know that you worked a lot on your open field tackling and a couple other skills. I wanted to know specifically how you worked on some of those skills to really transform your game this year.
The biggest thing, I just had to, you know, just I looked myself in the mirror, and last year I was nowhere near where I needed to be, and even now I'm still nowhere where I need to be. I mean, there's always room for improvement. You know, I got a few things I got to improve on from this game, but I mean, overall, like I said, this off season, I just, you know, just past off season, I looked myself in the mirror, and I just told myself, you know, you're not doing the things that you need to be doing. And then, you know, I had a talk with Coach O, and he told me some of the things that he felt that I needed to work on. I worked on those things, and then I mean, I give credit to to Coach Baker as well. When he came in the spring, you know, we sat down and we just started from scratch, and I mean, I'm just appreciative.
Hey, Damone, kind of tell me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like with that offense specifically, you had to defend the pass, but corral is a run threat at any point in time, and they started to lean on the run game. Did that wear y'all down? Because as you know, the second quarter progressed, it really did seem like they were getting more and more effective, you know, running the ball on y'all.
I mean, there's no excuses. We just got to go out there and execute. You know, it's the SEC. You know, each week you're going to see a team like this, and you just got to, like I say, you got to go out there and execute. You know, I mean, there's no excuses for anything. You know, like I previously said, we just got to go out there, whatever call Coach Jones makes, we got to go out there and execute. And we, you know, like I always say again, we just got to, you know, just keep executing and, you know, just keep going.
I got one more for you, Damone. So much was made this week about, you know, Coach O saying that, you know, the pressure was off you guys. You can come out, you can play freer and everything. But do you feel like that was the case today, and it was just, you know, other factors that this one got away from you?
I mean, it's a total team effort. You know, we just gotta, like I keep saying, we gotta go out there and execute. That's the biggest thing. Just execute. You know, there's nothing. You know, nothing else need to be said. It's a total team effort. You know, one person not playing out there by themselves. You know, we all going out there and playing. We just got to just keep executing and just keep stacking days and just keep moving forward. Because I mean, not looking too far down the line, but you know, we got more games. You know, it's not gonna stop. We just got to keep going.
Thank y'all.